All right, hello everyone. My name is Bianca Brooks, and you are now watching Trading Photos. Today we have a very special guest. Her name is Asia Holiday. Asia, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Bianca.
And thank you for being here. Now let's get into it because you are multi-talented. You are a singer, you are a songwriter, you are an internet sensation, and you are, of course, beautiful.
Thank you. You are too.
Thank you so much. So tell me, how did you get into the arts? What really inspired you to become a singer and a songwriter?
So I was about, I believe, 5 or 6 years old, and I went over my aunt's house to sing happy birthday, and I was doing like all these runs and stuff like that, and she told my mom, if you don't get this girl in voice lessons, I'm gonna get you. So voice lessons started when I was about 6 years old, and I had my first performance when I was about 7 years old, and it just felt like home to be on a stage. So I polished everything that was necessary to continue being on a stage.
Well, that is so amazing.
Yeah.
Now, what is the first song that you've ever written?
I Care For You. I think I was between 12 and 14, and it was so simple. It was like, I care for you, even when the sky is blue. And it was just like very simple. So we've evolved a lot since then, but yeah, that was my first song.
Well, that's good, but that's where it starts, you just that raw artistry, and then, you build on that.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a fun journey of building on my artistry, for sure. I think the best way to build is just to take life experiences and put it into art.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So you have some great songs, Show Me the Money, Confidence, and Sweet Tea. Tell us about Sweet Tea.
I personally, Sweet Tea is my favorite. I feel like it's just like, that expression like clack that tea, like you better clack that tea on them. It's like we have this expression of like spilling tea and how your body is tea and your face is tea and all of these things. So I was like, what if we like created this song to where we could talk about us spilling sweet tea about ourselves, and being that I'm like from the South, Mississippi, Southern girl, I was like, we love sweet tea. Like I have sweet tea almost every single day. So I'm like, okay, let's do a little song and see how many times we can say the word tea in the reference of a song. So I have like certain lyrics in there that's like mi fa sol la ti, but I actually meant it in like TEA, mentality, QSRT. It's just like a lot of really cool lyrical analogies in there that relate to clock and tea. But yeah.
I like to see that. Very talented that you can do that as well.
Thanks.
So tell me, how many songs have you written?
Ooh. Over 100 for sure.
That is amazing.
You gotta polish your craft, whether they're good songs or not. Not all of them make it. I mean, the EP that's coming out on September 26th, it only has 8 songs, but I feel like with a lot of sharpening my craft, I was able to get the best ones for the people.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to ask, you said not all of them make it. As an artist, what goes into that process where you say, no, I'm not going to release this for the world to consume?
I feel like it's important to remember that the world is going to consume it. So seeing how digestible this song might be, how relatable it might be. Is it lyrically on time with the trends? Is it sonically available enough to where the patterns of the choruses and the verses are easy enough to pick up so that people can repeat them themselves without having to try to catch it? Like, does it have that little music box melody? So I think there's so many different factors in song creation that will determine whether a song can make it to the public or not. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Now, when it comes to trends, like how do you feel? Do you create songs for trends, or do you feel like you create songs and those are the trends?
Well, I feel like I'm in a place right now, humbly speaking, to where I have to weave myself into what is popular, and I enjoy the trends too. So I mean, like, I am a regular girl. I do have these, gifts and talents, but we all have our own gifts and talents. So I'm just being a regular girl, taking the things that we are all seeing online and then just putting my life and my approach to it. So right now I am in with the trends, but also I feel like I'm individual enough to set trends one day myself when there's more people paying attention to the things that I try to do.
All
So,
right, I
yeah.
like that. So what was it like, you're from Mississippi, but now you're in LA?
That's a great question. I feel like Mississippi is very grass, cornfields, slow talking, sunrises, sunsets, storms. Here it's like you might get a little wildfire earthquake, which that kind of scared me at first when I came.
Don't
but
forget about the landslides.
And the landslides, yes. So it's definitely different with the weather. The people are a lot more like ambitious and ready to go, and it is worth it because it is one of the most opportune places that you can be. And I think that's what's important. If you can't keep yourself grounded here, get to a place where you can keep yourself grounded, then come. Know who you are before you come to LA.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, what do you feel like it's like? Because as an artist, you're in a place where there are plenty of other artists. Do you like that, or do you feel like it's a lot of competition?
I don't feel like there's necessarily competition. I think that there's more space to collaborate than there is in other places. I think, I don't feel like there should be a place for competition. I do feel like the arts is almost like the entertainment, like the Grammys, like Oscars, Emmys, Tonys. That's kind of like the entertainment's Olympics, right? But I mean, that is obviously a competition. But when it comes to like day to day, just creating art, it's collaboration over competition always.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Collaboration over competition.
Yes,
I like that. I
ma'am.
like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what was there? Is there a music scene in Mississippi? What was that like?
There's not really one. I mean, they're not in the same way as there is here. So I won't even say that there's not really one. I think Mississippi is one of the most sonically inspiring places. I think that the reason why I say it isn't really one is because it doesn't get the attention that it deserves. And I feel like it is partially my job and responsibility to rep Mississippi and hopefully give Mississippi the representation it deserves so that that scene can grow. You know?
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, so Asia, what do you think about artists that would rather remain independent as opposed to being signed to a record label?
I think artists who would rather be independent have a power and a luxury that sometimes the label may not have, but there are also certain luxuries with the labels as well. An independent artist gets to say what they want to do, when they want to do it, and they are basically their own CEOs, which I think can be very profitable if you're a hustler, if you are one who is very, very confident in your skill and your ability and your tenacity to make other people gravitate to you and believe in you as well. I think when you're an independent artist, you have to have a certain level of character development to really, really break through that wall, because I feel like there's a luxury in being an independent artist and there's a luxury in being with a label. You know, I think you have to think differently for both, but both can be very, very beneficial based on where you are and what your needs are at the time.
Okay, because what a lot of artists have been talking about is like creative control. How important is that as an artist that you guys have that creative control for the vision?
I think having creative control for the vision is the epitome of artistry. Artistry is literally having control over every single thing that your mind creates. So if we don't have creative control, we can't truly be artists. We can't truly be creatives if we can't have control, or else the people controlling us are really the artists. So I think it is vital for art to be as free as possible.
Well, that's beautiful. I agree with that. And I feel like that's also a great way to protect the art too, because then, once you don't have the control over it, it's not really your vision anymore.
Exactly.
And then the project comes out differently.
And
in the,
most
end, the
of
final
the time,
product.
and most of the time people fall in love with us as artists and creatives for our vision, for our foundation, for our roots. So when someone or something comes in and shifts that or maneuvers that, it can dilute the initial vision and foundation that people initially gravitated to you for. So I think it's really important to protect that control so that you can serve as many people as possible with your art. Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, do you have any artists that you would like to collaborate with? Like, what's like a dream collaboration you have?
Dream collaboration right now would probably, can I name a few?
Absolutely.
I think Cat's Eye, Sabrina Carpenter, and Don Toliver.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, those are my ones right now.
Nice, nice. Well, we look forward to those collaborations. I will be looking out for them.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes. Now, also tell us, a lot of people, they have their own special talents. You know, like I know people who are like singer and songwriters, but then
Yeah.
they play so many instruments. Like, what kind of special talents do you have?
What's something that people don't know that I'm talented at? I used to want to be an engineer
Wow.
for a little moment, so I'm really handy and good at just like fixing and building things. So that's a little
really cool.
side
Wow.
quest. Yeah.
I love to hear that.
Yeah.
That's a
random.
cool side quest, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what, because I know that was just like a quick thing, but I have to ask now because I'm nosy about it. What made you decide about engineering?
So my mom is like probably in my opinion, the greatest person on earth. She made sure that I
Aw,
was very
that's so sweet.
well-rounded. Like I said, I started in the arts when I was around like 6 years old. And she would put me in things that weren't correlated with the arts to just, I guess, expand me and develop me as a person, so it wasn't just like always just dance, music, piano. And little funny side story, she put me in swim because she was like, okay, you keep winning everything. Let's put you in swim competitions so that you can learn how to lose. And I did lose, but she was like, girl, if you beat your time, you're a winner. So I was like, you know what, you're right. So let me start trying to like expand on things that aren't usually my forte. So she ended up putting me in STEM camps, and I ended up just falling in love with building and creating and problem solving. So I was like, like maybe I'll be an engineer. No, I'm not an engineer, but I feel like I use a lot of those skill sets and qualities for art now. Weird side quest, yeah.
You know what? I actually think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, oh, thank you, Bianca.
All right, so I wanted to ask, a lot of people say that support as an artist is very important. Sometimes people don't have that support from their family. Instead, their family members want them to be doctors, nurses, lawyers. How important do you think support is for artists to receive?
I think support is so valuable. However, I believe self-assurance is almost even more powerful and valuable, because when you are in a skill set such as art or creativity, there are so many different visions and opinions on what's good or not good. So if you're able to develop your self-confidence within your craft, I think that is even more valuable than constant support, because in this industry and in this world, you may not always get that constant support and that constant validation. But if you can practice at your self-confidence, word to the people who may not always be getting that support with their family or their friends, this is your opportunity to character develop so that you can be tenacious about your success and your vision, your craft, your creativity. Take it as an opportunity to prep you for when you have millions or thousands or billions of people looking and noticing your hard work. There will be people that love it and people that don't. So take this as practice for your future.
I really like that self-assurance part, because the person who you most need to support you truly is you.
Yeah.
It truly has to be you. Like, you have to believe you can make it happen. You have to push it forward.
You have to. It's so vital. Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, thank you, Asia, so much for coming on the show.
Of course. Thank you for having me, Bianca. Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
great.
Please let the people know where they can follow you on social media.
Okay, hi y'all. My name is Asia Holiday, and you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere at Asia Holiday. And I look forward to seeing you there.
All right. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for watching Framing Photos. You can find us on all social media platforms.